the mountains like a sparrow. See the sinners stretched tight there.
I just wanted to piggyback off what the other, how you were defining attributes. So you were defining attributes as saying all of Allah's 99 names and attributes go into one. But you have to first define an attribute. Attribute doesn't mean essentially that is like different beings, just like how Christianity.
I agree with you. I agree. I'm not saying they are.
It's just like going off. Imagine like I don't really know you, but imagine I say, hey, you're a guy. That's your attribute. Does that mean now you and guy are one? No, it's just an attribute defining you.
Brother, listen, brother. I agree with you. I'm not saying that the 99 attributes are different beings of Allah or different parts of Allah. I'm not even saying that. What I'm saying is that even in your belief, you believe that 99 attributes can be attributed to one thing, right? So we believe in three persons, but they're the same being. Those 99 attributes are distinct from each other, but they're the same being because they're attributed to the one being of Allah. It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
It is the same thing. Logically, it is.
Different beings. It's not logically.
We don't believe in three complete different beings, bro. That's a misrepresentation of our belief. We don't believe that. We don't believe the three persons are different beings.
Do you understand like the analogy? I just want to say this really quick. Do you understand the analogy? We're not saying it's exactly a 1-to-1 ratio. What we're saying is as far as like an example, or if we were to try to put it into some type of syllogism or something, just to give you an example of what we mean, we're saying how one thing or one being, even though it's one, can have distinctions. So for instance, is one of the attributes of Allah is his hand. Do you agree?
His hand.
He's not saying it's a human hand, bro.
I'm not saying it's a human hand.
He's not trying to misrepresent you. He's trying to represent what you.
I'm not sure to elaborate more.
People are saying People are saying that I'm really loud. Sorry, guys, if I'm really loud. But
no, you're not loud. You're good.
Okay, yeah, like
I think you might be loud for YouTube, but not for TikTok. So I don't know what's going on. But
yeah, I'm on.
Hold on. You know what? Let me do something real quick. Keep going. Man. Sorry.
Yeah. So like in Islam, you guys will say that Allah has hands. You'll say that he has like a shin. And I gave this example the other day. I'm not saying that Allah's hand is like or his two right hands is actual two right hands. Like I'll even grant this to you because it kind of makes sense when you guys say this. You'll say laysa kamithlihi shay, you'll say bil kayf. We don't try to explain how he has these, or we don't, there's nothing like him, but the two right hands may be just a representation, meaning that everything he does is correct or something. And then for his shin, you'll say like, oh, the shin just means his judgment or something like that. Oh, okay, fine. Like I can grant that. But now here's the question. Is Allah's hand his shin?
What do you mean it's Allah's hand? As you just right now, you were just mentioning how Qur'an is very like metaphorical. Okay? Whenever you
hold on, dude. I don't need the extra look. I'm asking you, I'm not trying to do a gotcha. I'm just asking you a question. I know what the Qur'an says. I've read it several times. I'm just asking, is Allah's hand his shin?
No.
Okay. So is Allah made up of parts? Is Allah composite?
No, Allah is one.
Oh, okay, but hold on a second. But if Allah's hand is not his shin, but Allah is not composite and made up of parts, and there's distinctions in Allah, yet Allah is still one, when we put this towards the Trinity, we're not saying it's a complete 1-to-1 ratio because we believe the persons have intellect cognizance, but we're not saying that, oh, okay, like just because you have distinctions in God, therefore it necessitates composition. Distinction doesn't entail composition no more than it does for you than it does for us.
That's not what Christianity is. Christianity strictly says Jesus is the Son of God. Does it not?
So
correct me if I'm wrong.
So what?
Does it not say Jesus is the Son of God?
Hold on a second.
He's not catching what you're saying.
Are you the son? Are you the son of some like a man?
No, just answer my question now.
It does. It's fine. It does. Okay. Are you the son of? Hold on. I said yes, but I have to use the Socratic method on you because for some reason, whenever I try to just explain it to you, you don't understand. Are you the son of a man?
Understand.
Hold on. Are you the son?
You know what?
Are you? Hold on. Just relax. Just I promise to let you speak. This answer, how you answer, Just relax. I promise I'll let you
Before
speak.
I speak, I'm asking you.
How
let me finish what I was
how
saying.
you answer will answer your question. Just relax.
No,
Are
I
you
don't
the
want
s-
that. I
are
want
you
stop
the
at.
you don't want that? Are you the
We're
son
not
of a
gonna get
man?
nowhere.
All right, man. Get down,
Listen,
bro.
we're not.
Have a good day, bro. Dude is slow as hell, bro.
I don't
Dude
understand,
legit
bro.
is like, he wasn't listening to anything you were saying, bro. He was just, it's just. All right, let's see if we have an op. I know this TikTok is glitching right now. Oh man, we got slow Zack back.
All right,
Slow
thank you for
Zack.
bringing
Who
it
was
back.
that? Wait, is this
Zack,
the
what's
guy
up?
earlier about the
Yeah.
attributes? Okay.
Yeah. Zach, what's
All
up?
right,
You said you
before
got
I
a verse or
start-
something you wanted to pull
Yeah,
up
I
or
got
something?
5 actually. So before I start, though,
We
I'd like
let's
to
not do
ask-
all 5. Let's do one at a time. Give me your best one.
5.
Okay, my best one.
What's up, James? How
All-
are you, brother? How be
They're all
you?
pretty equivalent. I'll just start. I'm not sure the order to go in. I'll start off with John 17:3,
Mm-hmm.
where Jesus says, "Oh, I think I know. Not. I'm not gonna start with that. I'm gonna start with
Oh, man.
My
Mark.
God, bro.
10:18.
No, John. John 20 and 17.
John
he
20
says,
and 7. Okay.
I ascend
To
to
my Father,
my
your
Father,
Father,
your Father,
Yo.
my
God,
God, your God.
Okay, yeah.
Jesus says that he has a God.
Okay.
Again, in another verse,
No.
One at a
Let's
time,
stay
man.
right here.
Hold
Let's
on,
stay
bro.
right here.
Hold on. One at a time,
why
bro.
does Jesus claim to have a God if he's God?
Yeah,
He's
brother.
God, correct? As you said earlier, it's
Mhm.
God, and like you said, they're all one, right?
Oh
The
my
Trinity
God,
is a
bro.
Trinity. They're all one.
Right. Yeah. They're the same
I
God.
was gonna go with it with a different verse, which is basically connected. Like the
So
two
do
are
you
connected.
agree that humans were created to submit to God?
Yes.
Okay, good. So and in our belief, we believe that the Son is subordinate to the Father. Okay, in role.
Okay. So
Okay,
in
now,
role as in.
Hold on.
Keep going.
Okay, so you do Christians and Muslims agree humans are created to submit their will to God.
Yes.
Okay. In our belief in the Trinity, the Son is subordinate to the Father in role. Okay. So when Jesus, who's the one that's supposed to be subordinate to the Father, takes on a human flesh, he's not going to contradict the nature of humans. Therefore, he's going to submit to his Father, which doesn't contradict him as the second person either. They're both logically follow. So therefore, as a human, he has a God because humans have a God, and he was truly human. So it's not a contradiction.
Again, if God is if Jesus, which is God, is so omnipotent, why does he have to lower himself to humans
In order to defeat death.
to defeat death? Why does he have to defeat death? If he created death, it
Death
makes
is
no
not
sense.
death
why,
is not creation. Is not a creation, brother.
But yes, God created everything. He is God. He is
You
omnipotent.
think? Yeah. In your belief, God created evil. He created a lot, and that's problematic for you guys.
Everything God
Yeah.
created.
In our belief, we don't believe that. We don't believe evil is creation.
So
we
you don't believe God is omnipotent.
Follow, brother. Follow. That doesn't mean
Okay, I'm
omnipotent. Okay, but you need to just when you speak, I'll listen. Other way around. Okay.
Not my bad. That's on me.
Yeah, you're putting your own belief into this that we don't believe. Okay, so I understand that you guys believe he created evil, he created a lot. That's problematic for you guys logically, but we're not going to go in there because that's not the topic. Okay, you're asking about our belief. In our belief, creation, God never intended for humans to experience death. That's not what we were created for. We were created to have eternal life and to be in communion with God for eternity from the beginning. Okay, as creatures brought death into our lives. Okay, the separation of soul and body. We brought that into ourselves, not God. So that's not something that God created or put onto us. It's
Okay,
not.
quick
It's not what he
question
did.
though. How did that happen? Like he more go into a little depth.
So yeah, so when Adam and Eve ate from the tree, they brought sin into their lives, and sin, the wages of sin is death. We will naturally, because we're moving away from the will of God, which is what sin is, and
Okay.
God is the sustainer of our life. Moving away from the source of your life will naturally bring death.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for elaborating. You answered my questions. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro.
Another verse, which you kind of already answered, was Luke 16, where God was praying. Again, Jesus was praying to God, even though he's supposed to be God.
Yeah, he's communicating to the Father. We don't believe they're the same person. Yeah.
In our religion, we believe Jesus was a prophet. And I believe
We do too.
So he was a prophet. You guys believe that, yet you also believe he's God. How can he be more than one thing?
Yeah, I mean, just like you're more than one thing, right? But prophet for us, right? We also have slightly different nuances to what we believe a prophet is. But a prophet in Judaism and Christianity is someone who speaks on behalf of God. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who predicts the future, okay? So he speaks on behalf of God. Well, the Father is God, and Jesus speaks on behalf of the Father. Therefore, as a human, therefore he is a prophet.
And also really quick before you go, this is what I was trying to get you to answer earlier, because this would have answered this question, and you could have marked this question off your list. Are you the son of a man?
Yeah, my father is the son of him.
Okay. So what? So now you can't be a man as well?
No, I am a man.
But hold on a second. I thought you were the son of a man.
Yeah, I was the son of a man born as a man.
Okay, so with your logic, then you can't be a man because you're the son of a man.
How can I not be a man if I'm?
Because
my
earlier,
gender is male.
because earlier you asked us to, and you just asked it again, and just in a different way. But earlier you asked me, well, how can Jesus be the son of God and God? The same way, not in the exact same way. Watch the Muslims try to clip me. Oh, he said God. No, it's just I'm giving you an analogy so you can understand.
Okay, yeah, I know, I understand.
Right.
No,
So the idea of Jesus being a prophet and God, or Jesus being the son of God and God, is not a problem for us, just like it's not a problem for you to be the son of a man and man at the same time. It's not a problem.
Again, that is man. Jesus is the son of God.
What do you
He's
think
not
it
like
means?
another God. He's a man.
Have you read the
Right? Am I
Qur'an?
correct me?
Have you read
Yes,
the Qur'an?
I read the Quran. I read
Have you
five
read
out of the Quran.
Have you read chapter 43, verse 81 in the Qur'an? Surah al-Zukhruf?
What surah?
Surah
Yes.
al-Zukhruf. Okay, can you read it for us
Yes.
real quick?
Not off the top of my head, no. I have to get a kitab. Continue.
Okay, I can pull it up if you want.
Okay, go ahead, pull it up.
Let's just get this out the way, because it's just starting to get weird. All right, chapter 43, verse 81. And it's on the screen. I know you're on TikTok. You can't see it, but this just for the
I'll read it
people
for
here.
you.
Yeah.
Keep
So it
going.
says, say if the most compassionate, the really is not in the Arabic. Say if the most compassionate had a son, in the Arabic says waladun, a son, I would be the first worshiper. Hold on a second. And it starts with kul. So Allah is talking to Muhammad, and he's saying, hey, Muhammad, if I had a son, you be the first worshiper. So if God had a son, would you worship him? That's a question for you. I'm asking you.
If he doesn't have a son, so I don't know.
I said if. Okay, look.
If.
I'll
I don't
do
know
this.
how to answer that.
Allah
I'll
gives the
how to
answer
answer
to the
that.
hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
No, Bear, like I have to
Hypothetical.
do it this way because Christian Prince, he taught me how to do this. If God had a son, I'm not saying he does. I'm saying if God had a son, would you worship him?
That's like this. I don't even know how to. That's such an impossible. Like I don't understand how to answer that.
Okay, look, I'll help you.
Genuinely.
I'll help you. The next verse says, glorified is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, the Lord of the throne, far above what they claim. So let them indulge in nature and amuse themselves, for they face the day of judgment, blah, 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 blah. Basically, if you keep reading, it says that he does not have a son. It's blasphemy to say that. But I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying if he had a son, would you worship him? The same thing that Allah said to Muhammad. So you have this. It's not a problem if you say yes, because the very next couple of verses says he doesn't. It's a hypothetical. So I'll ask you one more time.
I just wouldn't know how to answer. Like genuinely, I just wouldn't know. I don't.
Okay, well, I'll just fast forward for you. I'll answer for you. If I was a Muslim and somebody asked me this question, if God had a son, would I worship him? I would say yes. However, he does not. Okay, but the logic that Allah has here in this verse says, well, if I did have a son, you'd have to worship him too, because he would have this. He would have the. I know, but look at Allah's logic here. He says, if I did have a son, you'd be the first worshiper, meaning that if Allah had a son, he'd have to have the same nature as Allah. That's why you worship him. But he doesn't have a son, according to the Quran. So you don't have to worry about it. But
yes, because Allah is omnipotent. Allah
I
is
know,
one.
I know, but I'm trying to get you to understand the logic.
I know. I get the logic. Okay.
Okay,
That
so
you just like
look,
keep going. Keep going.
real
My
quick,
bad.
I'll stop after this. So this is where we have come. We realize just because you're the son of somebody doesn't mean that you don't share that same nature. Just like you're a man's son, but you're still a man as well. And the idea that
Okay.
Jesus being the son of God does not now mean that he's not God, because even in the Qur'an it says that if God had a son, he would receive worship as well. So it's
Okay,
not an
but this is
argument.
where. Okay, but this is where This is my question. So just like how you saying, I'm the son of my father, correct? Yeah, I'm still my father's a human. I'm a human, correct? We're both
Okay.
men's. We're both. He's a man. I'm a man. Jesus, well, God, if he's the son of God, yeah, he's not a God. He's a human. He's a man. He's a human.
Was he always a human,
He
or did he become a human? Did he take on a human nature at some point in time?
he was born human.
So he didn't pre-exist?
He didn't pre-exist. He was born as a human.
So in the Bible,
He
I mean,
existed in the.
I
We
mean, I
believe
can
in the barzakh world, the souls. I don't know if you guys have something
okay.
similar as a
In the, I
soul.
mean, if you're doing an internal critique, I mean, I can even show you in the Quran that Jesus pre-existed his human nature as well. But just from an
He
internal
existed
critique,
his human nature. Okay, keep going. Wait, elaborate more on that if you could.
yeah, in the Quran it says that Isa's the Kalam Allah, and he was cast down into Maryam. But how could he be cast down into Maryam if he didn't already pre-exist to be cast?
Yeah, so he was a soul. Again, so okay,
But
Islam says that we all exist in the barzakh world. Okay, so
I
have
know.
you, for example, have you ever met somebody and you never knew before, but you felt like you knew them before?
That's like deja vu, bro. Look,
Kind of like deja vu, but it's like you've met them in the barzakh world, which is the world of souls.
I know what it is.
Yeah,
But
okay then. So
but look,
just
the
for
reason why I
viewers,
wanted
elaborate.
to stay in the Bible, I mean, I can take you to the Quran, but I don't want it to be too, because the conversation is going all over the place. If you're going to go into the Bible and quote verses, then you have to also take you have to understand what we mean when we say these things. Just like if I go to the Quran and I go to chapter 16, verse 102, and I read the word Ruh al-Qudus, and then I say like Holy Spirit, and then I say, oh, look, that's the third person of the Trinity. What would you then say?
No, it's not.
Why?
Because okay, you gotta elaborate. I gotta see a full verse to understand more, to explain
The,
more to you.
the reason why you would do that is because the Quran rejects the idea, and my camera went off, because the Quran rejects the idea of the Trinity, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you will get that from other verses in the Quran. So you use the Quran to understand the other verses in reference to it. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
If you're going to go in our Bible and you're going to look at verses and you're going to look at phrases, then you have to understand the other verses that go with it. So in the Bible, in John chapter 1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. If you go down to verse 14, it says, and the Word became flesh. So hold on a second. The Word was in the beginning with God. It was God. In the Greek, it actually says proston theon, like he was literally facing God. And then at a particular time, the Word became flesh. So the Word existed as God, as Jesus, as a divine person. And then at a particular time, he took on flesh. And that's when we believe he assumed a human nature. So what you're doing is you're conflating nature or being in person. And unfortunately, this is why you get a lot of the problems with reading these verses and you don't understand them.
Okay, no, thank you definitely for clarifying that.
Yeah.
All right, Zach. Well,
Yeah,
God bless you,
okay.
bro.
No, I have one more question.
Yeah, no
Okay,
worries. Go
so
ahead.
it was once he mentioned the Greek part, it just hit me. The oldest Bible is in Greek, correct? That's currently the oldest Bible.
It depends on what you mean by Bible. You mean like New Testament?
Not New Testament, like the oldest Bible, like the oldest Bible, the oldest words.
So Bible is a
of the,
collection
like,
of books. So like we would say like the oldest Torah that exists, manuscript of the Torah or the Hebrew Bible is in Hebrew.
But isn't that Hebrew? That's for Judaism, right? Correct, or am I incorrect?
No, we
That would
have no. We have that. That's part of our Bible, bro.
Gotcha. Okay, then
Yeah.
thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah. So
And it's in Hebrew.
yeah, it's in Hebrew. The Dead Sea Scrolls, which is the Hebrew Bible,
Mhm.
that's in Hebrew that we discovered. But
Okay.
yeah, but other than that, like as far as like the oldest like compilation of the Bible that we have, like a manuscript, Yes, it's in well, Greek, and I think actually in Aramaic as well, in some sort of
I
Syriac
don't.
version.
There's one in Aramaic.
In
Yeah, I think
the
it's
Well,
Codex
Peshitta.
Sinaiticus or the Peshitta. Yeah, the Peshitta as well.
Let's
Yeah.
see it. Okay,
and
I've
actually,
never heard of one being in Aramaic. I know
and
the oldest was in Greek, and I know about the Dead Sea Scrolls, but I never heard of one in
and
Aramaic.
actually in the Peshitta, and you can just type in Peshitta Bible Hub on Google, and it'll give you it'll take you directly to the Peshitta on Bible Hub. If you go and read through the Gospel of John and other chapters, Jesus literally says, "I am God," like verbatim in the Peshitta in the English translations. He literally says, "I am God." So this whole idea of, oh well, where does Jesus say? Well, it's right there in the Peshitta. So
Yeah, one of the oldest
go check that
manuscripts,
out.
yeah.
Good
Good
option.
option.
Is it a complete book, or is it like just verses?
No. So it's complete New Testament.
Complete New Testament or Old Testament?
Does it have the Old Testament? I don't think it does. Does it have the Old Testament? I mean,
I don't remember
Cool.
actually.
What's
if
I
I'm
don't
being
think it
what's
honest.
the
does.
difference between New and Old Testament?
so the Old Testament is just the books that are from the Old Covenant, the covenant of Moses. So that would be the Tanakh, is what would be our Old Testament. So that's the Hebrew Bible, what the Jews would call the Hebrew Bible.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you, man. It was
You're
great
welcome, bro.
talking to you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
man.
welcome,
Alright,
bro.
thank you.
Hey,
God bless.
hey, by the way, I apologize. I called you slow in the beginning because the last time you were up here, it seemed like you were being trolled.
No,
But
the only reason
that's
why
not.
is 'cause he,
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead. But that wasn't the
yeah,
case,
he
so
would.
I apologize for that. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
No,
my
thank
bad
you.
too, man.
He just wasn't letting me talk while I let him talk. So this is kind of making me
It's
a
all
little
good,
mad.
bro.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
As you
But
can
nah, thank you.
imagine, there's some Muslims that are trolly and they're disrespectful, and I thought you were
No,
acting that
I
way.
just,
Yeah.
But
That's
I
why I
just have
acted that
stuff
way
like
as
that.
well, because we deal with people like this all the time, and yeah. But
yeah.
I
But anyways,
apologize.
I
Like I
apologize
Don't
for
let some of
calling you
us
that.
give. It's like there's always bad in every religion. Don't let that.
No,
Like,
bro. Look, we
yeah.
we even deal with some Christians the same way, bro. You know what I mean? So anybody who gives the energy, we give it right back. You know, but
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to apologize.
All right,
But
man.
God
I
bless, bro.
appreciate
Take
you.
it easy.
Yeah. God
You're
bless.
welcome. Have a good day.
Flee to the mountains like a sparrow.